Hi friends, welcome to Early E-Learning. My name is Alex and today I'm going to read to you a very special story. This story talks about friendship. This story is called The Other Side. The author is Jacqueline Woodson and the illustrator who made the pictures is Aloud. Let's start reading. That summer, the fence that stretched through our time seemed bigger. We lived in a yellow house. On one side of it, light-skinned people lived on the other side. And Mama said, "Don't climb over that fence when you play." She said it wasn't safe. So in this town, they separate light-skinned people from dark-skinned people. That summer, there was a girl who wore a pink sweater. Each morning, she climbed up on the fence and stared over at our side. Sometimes I stared back. She never sat on that fence with anybody, that girl didn't. So here's this friend. As she's swinging on the tire, she's noticing that this girl is looking over this side. Once, when we were jumping rope, she asked if she could play. And my friend Sandra said no, without even asking the rest of us. I don't know what I would have said. Maybe yes, maybe no. So here came over. This girl looks like she really wanted to play, but one of them said no. How do you think that makes this friend feel? She seems lonely and she really wants to play. That summer, everyone and everything on the other side of that fence seemed far away. When I asked my mama why, she said, because that's the way things have always been. Sometimes when me and mama went into town, I saw that girl with her mama. She looked sad sometimes. That girl did. "Don't stare," said Mama. "It's not polite." So there they are. They saw each other on town. And, it seems like they want to talk to each other. But for some reason, Mama is saying that they shouldn't stare at each other. It rained a lot that summer. On rainy days, that girl sat on the fence in a raincoat. She let herself get all wet and acted like she didn't even care. Sometimes I saw her dancing around the puddles, splashing and laughing. So there she is. She's playing in the rain, and she looks like she's really having a good time. Mama wouldn't let me go out in the rain. "That's why I brought you rainy day toys," said Mama. "You stay inside here, where it's warm, safe, and dry." But every time it rained, I looked for that girl, and I always found her somewhere near the fence. It seems like this one really wants to go and play too. But Mama is saying stay inside, where you'll be warm and safe. Someplace in the middle of that summer, the rain stopped. When I walked outside, the grass was damp and the sun was already high up in the sky. And I stood there with my hands up in the air. I felt brave that day. I felt free. Wow. So finally, this friend is so happy that the rain stopped. Because remember, her mama wouldn't let her out if it was a rainy day. So now that it's a sunny day, she's allowed to go outside. Let's see what she does with that day. I got close to the fence, and that girl asked me my name. "Clover," I said. "My name is Annie," she said. "Annie Paul. I live over yonder," she said, "by where you see the laundry. That's my blouse hanging on the line." She smiled then. She had a pretty smile. So they're talking, and it seems like they're getting along really, really nicely. And then I smiled, and we stood there looking at each other, smiling. "It's nice," Up on this fence, Annie said, we can see all over. I ran my hand along the fence. I reached up and touched the top of it. A fence like this was made for sitting on, Annie said, and she looked at me sideways. So Annie is inviting Clover to sit on the bench. Do you think she's going to sit on the bench? Let's see. My mama says I shouldn't go on the other side, I said. My mama said the same thing, but she never said nothing about sitting on it. Neither did mine, I said. The friends, both of their mamas, told them, don't go to the other side, but they never said anything about being able to sit on the fence. So it seems that's what they're going to do. That summer, me and Annie sat together on that fence. And when Sandra and them looked at me funny, I just made believe I didn't care. So there's Clover and Annie sitting on the fence, spending time together. And sometimes what will happen is Clover's friend will give her a funny look, or maybe a look that was not so kind. And what Clover did was just try to ignore it, try to pretend as they were not doing that, because she really just wanted to spend time with Annie as a friend, who was, remember, very lonely on the other side of the bench. It didn't seem that she had any friends. So Clover and Annie are now friends. Some mornings, my mama watched us. I waited for her to tell me to get down from that fence before I break my neck or something, but she never did. I see you made a new friend, she said one morning. I nodded and smiled. That summer, me and Annie sat on the fence and watched the whole wide world around us. We spent a lot of time during that summer sitting down, watching over, talking, and enjoying time being together. And it seems like Clover's mama didn't mind. She may have been happy for Clover. One day, Sandra and them were jumping rope near the fence, and we asked if we could play. I don't care, said Sandra. And when we jumped, Sandra and me were partners, the way we used to be. So it seems that Clover's friends, including Sandra, who remember, had said no to Annie when she asked if she could play. They're now including Annie in their play. And look at them, they're all smiling, having a great time. And Annie is in charge of leading the rope. When we were too tired to jump anymore, we sat up on that fence, all of us, in a long line. So there they are, the six of them, exhausted from all the jumping that they did. But you notice, now they're all together on that fence. Before, it was just Annie and Clover. Now there's six of them. And it seems like they're all getting along and being friends. Someday, somebody's going to come along and knock this old fence down, said Annie. I nodded. Yeah, I said, someday. Friends, this is a wonderful story about friendship. And friends, if you notice, that fence was a big barrier for their friendship. Because that fence was meant to separate people who were light skinned from those who were dark skinned. And that's why it was harder for Annie and Clover to be friends. Because there was a fence in between both of them. But somehow they found a way to be friends and to be kind to each other and be together. It's very important to be kind to other people. And no matter if there is a big fence, always try to make new friends. Till next time, friends.